here's a Scared for Real's Legacy Special.
Hey, this is Adam Perry,
Chris O'Neill.
and we're here in studio and just taking a moment between recording shows. It would be wrong of us, considering the type of movies that we discuss and review, if we did not acknowledge the unfortunate passing of the legendary Donald Sutherland.
88 years old.
You know, what a run. The guy was making movies right up to the end there.
Right.
For newer generations might remember him from Hunger Games.
Yeah.
We all know his son Kiefer from 24 and all sorts of movies like
Lost Boys.
Yeah. But Donald Sutherland was truly one of a kind. I discovered him as a younger kid.
Right.
With the very popular, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. And then, going through his catalog of stuff, I really came to love and appreciate his remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. We all know that famous
the sound
meme.
of the really sound effect.
The meme that always pops up on social media. Chris, Donald Sutherland, man.
All right, the first time I watched him when I was a kid, The Dirty Dozen was the first introduction to Donald Sutherland for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of the movies I can think of with Donald Sutherland off the top of my head were the movies he made in the 70s. Yes, he did Dirty Dozen late 60s, but I watched the movie MASH. Clute. And then we talked about extensively Don't Look Now. Just go to our episode list. I mean, that is one of his most iconic roles.
Absolutely.
And there was a movie, I doubt a lot of people have seen it. It's 5 hours and 15 minutes. It's called 1900, about the rise of fascism in Italy. Okay, you have Robert De Niro and Gerard Depardieu. Okay, Robert De Niro is the puppet character controlled by Donald Sutherland. Robert De Niro, a puppet being controlled in a movie. You don't think of De Niro being a weakling in a movie. But Donald Sutherland is so evil. I mean, deliciously evil, playing the part of a dictator in the movie 1900. That is one movie I highly recommend. If you're trying to honor Donald Sutherland's memory, you want to dive into some deeper stuff. It's a tough watch. You get to see Burt Lancaster molest a girl in the movie. That's a little tough. But overall, the movie is just quite the achievement. Bernardo Bertolucci put together this 5-hour masterpiece. But Donald Sutherland is such an evil dude, and it looks like he enjoyed it.
Yes. Yeah.
But then a couple years later, as Adam mentioned, he did, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake. But in the same year, the guy did National Lampoon's Animal House.
Yes.
The same year. And it just to show you how brilliant the guy is. He could bounce from doing leading roles like Clue, Don't Look Now, and be supporting like 1900, and then he wacky stoned out teacher in National Lampoon's Animal House. And he would go on and for 8 minutes, I think it was just 8 minutes, JFK playing X.
Yes.
He stole the whole movie from everybody else. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones was great in JFK, but most people, when they think of JFK, they think of that one scene that Donald Sutherland is there kind of revealing all of this information to Kevin Costner's character. And Backdraft, he was memorable. And that was another thing. Backdraft, he did that the same year. It came out the same year as JFK.
Backdraft is incredible.
Yeah, and he played part of a loony guy. He's only in it for a few minutes. So whether he was a leading man or just a supporting role, Donald Sutherland made some of the most iconic movies. And I'd be neglected. I can't believe I forgot to mention Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah.
Woof, woof.
Yeah.
You want to hear my dog impression? Woof, woof. My father constantly quotes that. I mean, there's so many iconic moments in Donald Sutherland's career. Even a 5-minute role and Italian Job in 2003, and Cold Mountain. Again, he didn't have big roles, but he made an impact. No matter how big of a role it is, he whether he was leading, supporting. There's so many movies you could check out with Donald Sutherland. The 70s he did like 3 or 4 movies a year. So
he was a true legend, and it's a
Right.
true loss. But 88 years old, man, that's one hell of a run, and
what a legacy! What a legacy!
Yeah, and I'm sure at some point Chris and I will do a proper show dedicated to him and his legacy because it's deserving. But being a day after the news of his passing, we thought it would be appropriate to put this little video out and give our respects and thank you for all the work and all the art you've given us,
Yes.
Mr. Sutherland.
Yes, hopefully somebody who's associated with Donald Sutherland. And it's just we're 2 small people out of millions that
Yes.
have been impacted by his work. So yeah, late great Donald Sutherland, 1935 to 2024. We honor the memory of Donald Sutherland today.